Good morning. It is your boy Cameron with Purple Rain Mobile Detailing, or Businessman Cam, and I am back with another video, man. I know it has been a minute since I've uploaded a video. I'm back on YouTube Shorts. I posted my first video the other day, but it's time for a main channel or a long form video, man. So right now I'm filling up my water at the detail shop, and then I'm about to go right next door over here to the gas station to get some gas. I'm on my way to a job right now. We're doing a 7x16 trailer, and we're gonna do a wash and wax package on that. I was supposed to have my friend come help me detail today. He was supposed to work with me, but he'd be liking to stay up late, so his sleep schedule be all messed up. So tried to hit him up, he not responding. So I think we're gonna be dolo today unless he hits me up and decides to drive to the location separately. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Looks like the water just got done being filled up. Let's go get some gas and then head to this job. How's it going, my man? Good, man, good. Nice to meet you. Appreciate it, my man. Yes, sir, that is me. So this is the trailer?
Yes.
Sweet, man. Yeah, well, I think we can definitely get it looking a lot better. Probably get a lot of these water spots off too. So basically, I'm gonna give it hand wash, go through my decontamination phase to get like any small things that are in the paint. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna just back up a little bit more and then get everything out and get started.
Okay.
Sweet. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. So we just arrived on location. As you guys saw, just met up with the customer. Super cool guy, and possibility for some more work. If you guys heard, we got a Maserati and an Escalade back there, as well as this car and this car. So we got to make sure we put in that work today. But here's the trailer. It's a 7x16. We're gonna be doing a wash and wax on it. So the one thing I did forget, which was the main thing I needed to grab, was my ladder, of course. So I'm gonna improvise and use probably one of my buckets to stand on. Thankfully, it's not like a super tall one. So if need be for the middle part, I can kind of stand on the wheel. Not bad at all, but it'll definitely take us some time. Basically, just set expectations. Scratches and stuff like this aren't gonna come out. He said they're gonna replace the panels, so that's cool. These like back two panels, but everything else will get nice and cleaned up and kind of enriching the deepness of the black color. I do have one more job after this, which will be a headlight restoration. So I'm gonna start getting everything out, and we'll get to work. All right, so I've already finished the other couple sides. I'm basically washing one panel at a time, just because I don't, with the heat and stuff, I don't want to overdo it. So I'm kind of going panel by panel for the wash, and then it'll be the same thing for the polish. But where I've been here. I've been working. I haven't been on YouTube, but I have been on the detail grind. I've been learning some new skills. I'm currently learning how to tint windows right now. Being that it is almost March and about to be springtime, as well as my birthday, I figured it'd be time to try to get some more knowledge under my belt with certain things. So I'm starting to learn tint. I'm learning more paint correction stuff. I'm getting my truck kind of reset up. I'm wiping the back seats and putting like a build back there. So I'm just kind of getting ready for spring and summer. And one of the main goals going into the New Year's that I decided was to go crazy with the content. I have a personal TikTok and YouTube channel that I want to make blow up, and then as well as the business pages that you guys already know of. Admittedly, it has been a little bit slower. If you guys are, detailing in winter time, most guys that I've been talking to recently have all had a very slow start to the New Year's, because this typically tends to be the least sought out time to get a detail. People are paying bills, people are moving, Christmas just happened, New Year's happened. So there's a lot of extra responsibility, people having kids, etc., etc. So the good thing is tax return time is now, and so a lot of people will probably, get their luxury stuff, which might be a detail. So really level up this year. I've restructured my advertisement plan, and so I'm doing stuff a little bit different. I'm a little bit into polishing. So far, so good. It's not too bad. It's just gonna take me a little bit of time, mainly just because the panels are so big. But if you can tell, I got this panel done, and I just started working on this panel. So this little corner is the corner that I've done, and the rest of it, as you can see, is very faded. So far, I think it's turning out pretty good. There's some of the things that I'm doing to improve this year and some differences that I'm gonna be making, or some changes that I'm gonna be making in order to stand out and hopefully continue to separate myself from others so I can continue to have growth. I'm just gonna name a couple things that I've kind of been working on. First, obviously just having better customer service, making sure communication is there. Communication is key. Whether you're gonna be a little bit late or you might be a little bit early, or if you could switch appointments around, communication is huge. So that's something I really, really wanna get better at. Sometimes it'll take me a couple hours to respond to someone, and they may pick another detailer in that amount of time because I might have been busy. So I'm gonna try to get it set up to where I'm getting immediate notifications, and maybe I have an automated system that responds immediately. I'm gonna add a loyalty program. So I think I'm gonna do something where like every 2 or every 3rd full detail that someone gets with me, they'll get a free express wash or something. Basically just keeping my customers coming back, keeping my customers loyal, just making sure my social media is up to par. I wanna get some consistency on my social media, which is a huge thing for me. I think consistency is key. So having the same type of posts, I really like the grid on Instagram to look similar, so when people are scrolling through, it's easy to see. Really want to start getting into reel, like video form type stuff, probably like satisfying, you know, sights and sounds of me detailing, so people can really see how nitty gritty we get in when we detail. So I'm really gonna work on that, my online presence, get my website really, optimized as much as possible, so my SEO can give me the best outcome. I'm gonna start partnering with businesses, like stuff that I don't do. So whether that be PPF or body repair shops, I wanna be like a one-stop shop. A lot of times people ask me, hey, do you know anyone that could fix this dent? And I really have no idea because I don't have many friends that I know in the business that know how to do certain things. So I'm gonna start trying to make connections and partnerships. So if anyone does need anyone reputable to recommend to, they can go through me. I've also recently been getting into using a software to send out invoices. I'm gonna start doing invoices before every single detail so people can have everything written down in paper and nothing gets confused, and it also makes it easier for my books. Like, okay, this is the price that I sent this customer, this is what we'll be doing, boom. And then last, basically just making sure that the jobs that we do are on par. There's gonna be little things that I'm gonna have to teach my employees and stuff, little spots that we sometimes miss, or better ways to do certain things. I really just wanna make sure that we're giving the bang for the buck. That's the #1 thing when you are in a service business, based business like this, that is not necessary. This is all, you know, a luxury item, a luxury thing. There's a certain word I'm looking for, but to be able to get a detail, not everyone needs a detail, it's something extra that they do. So I wanna make sure that when people spend their money, that we're making sure we're doing our process very thoroughly. That's pretty much a few of the things that I'm gonna kinda integrate to hopefully keep me afloat. I am exhausted, but we're grinding this out. I have one side to do. Got this back area done, as you can see, looks a lot better. A lot more clarity to it, which is basically just kind of what this wash and wax done. It just kind of adds paint clarity, a little bit of paint clarity, and it's mainly just to enrich and like deepen the color. So this whole side's done. I'm actually going to, the customer offered to flip the trailer since I'm in the sun, to have it flipped so that this side can be over here and the other side can be in the shade. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. Started at about, let me see, I believe I started like 9 o'clock. So 10, 11, 12, it's been about 3 hours already. So it's definitely taken me a little bit longer than expected, but let me text the customer now. So far so good. I actually have a crazy interesting story for you guys in another video, or I'll probably put in a YouTube short. A girl I was dating for a while that I met through detailing, we ended up splitting apart, and she left me a bad review the other day. So that was interesting to say the least. That's why you gotta keep business and personal relationships separate, man. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start moving everything out of the way, so that way the customer can just get the, I'm assuming, put it on the truck and then flip it. So I'll be back. We use an electric trailer that's being charged now. That took like 20 minutes, 25 minutes just to do that. I'd say the hardest part about doing trailers like this is because it's, you know, kind of like a loose aluminum, metal, or whatever, there's spots that divot in and they move a lot. So you can kind of see this wiggles. So when I'm polishing, a lot of times a part will indent, so I may not polish that piece. So then I have to go back over it again. So I'm trying to be really light with the polisher. I'll kind of show you guys the process I've been taking. So that way the pad will stay flat on the surface, but the metal also won't bend. That way the pad is actually flat against the surface and actually is correcting, or not even necessarily correcting because that's what we're doing, but getting the wax in there, and it almost is correcting because of how faded it is. The wax itself is almost making it like it's a mini correction. So to kind of be more efficient, I've gone in half panels. So I'll do the top half of the panel and the bottom. Put about 3 little dots as normal. Just kind of splotch it on there first. I need to get like a utility belt. There's so many little things that I'm missing to make things more efficient. I need a new like sit up like a little workbench table, like a foldable one. I seen on a detail group that they were on sale at Sam's Club. So if that's true, they're like it'll probably be like 35 bucks out the door, which would be nice. I want a little utility belt, and then I want one of those little carrying cases where I could put a bunch of like 16-ounce bottles. So that way we're not having to go back and forth between the truck, because that alleviates, that takes away time too. It's not as efficient. So because when I get towards the bottom half of the panel, I start running out of product, I'll put a little bit more just to kind of even it out. And I'll usually start on setting 1, get the product evenly spread, and then I'll go to about 3 for when I do waxes, and then I'll go in the crosshatch pattern to finish the rest of it. So set this down real quick, and you guys can kind of see too, like the paint of this is how I know like the paint of the trailer maybe needs to be redone, because we're literally getting paint onto our thing. I usually do kind of like a double wipe because the panel is still a little warm. I want to make sure I get all the polish off, and then just to ensure that it's off, take some surface prep spray, which I usually use before I do like paint corrections and stuff like that, or like in between paint correction, just to make sure that all this like ceramic coating that doesn't need to be there is off, and then also that the surface is clean of dirt and any debris. So this is, I believe there's a little alcohol in here, so it helps get the wax, the product of the wax off. So I'll kind of just do a light spray around, and just to ensure that there's no streaks left afterwards or any wax left to get stuck on there. I'll just use a bit of this. You could see the top little corner compared to the bottom. Hopefully you could see the difference with the sun in your face, but yeah. So that's basically my process and what I've been doing. We are all finished up with all the panels. I just went and did a quick wipe down of everything. It looks good, man. I'm super happy with the outcome. From what the owner has expressed, he was pretty happy with what he saw. So we should be pretty good after we finish this. We are all done. I just told the customer if he could come out. But basically this is our final look. Looks much better if you guys remember the videos of before. So basically just waiting on him to come out. But yeah, look, there's another girl washing her car, if you guys can see way over there. Good for you, girl. Good job. Oh, she looked at me while I did that. That's awkward. I wonder if she can hear me. I'm pretty far away, so that's crazy. But all right, anyways, enough of me yapping. Let me collect payment and we'll get back to you. Alrighty. We are set. Got the wax on there, got a lot of the oxidation off. Finished up the wheels and tires real quick, and yeah, man, 10 times better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more of a mirror finish all the way around. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all finished up. I'll tell you, that was a prime example of exactly why you take your time and still do good on every single detail you can possibly get. For the pay, I charged $230, ended up getting $260. I didn't record it, but right after I had the conversation and collected the money, that was basically my test trial for him. And he admitted it to me before I got there. He was like, hey, I'm gonna have you do this trailer, which, may lead to some other jobs. And dang sure it did. So he ended up having a nice Maserati Quattro or whatever in the back. Really super nice color, like a burgundy color. and then right behind that was a Yukon Denali, both like on the newer end. And I ended up basically being told he's gonna want me to do 2 ceramic coating and 2 paint correction jobs for both of them. One of them will be within the next like couple months, the Yukon, because it needs to be, he's gonna get some panels repainted. And then the Maserati, he told me he's gonna check his schedule for next week and then be contacting me to get that scheduled. So I'll have that within the next, 2-3 weeks, month max probably. So as long as he stays true to his word, he enjoyed the job that I did, and that's exactly what happened. I basically just, I will have an extra $2,000 set up for jobs just between that one person, and it's the slow detail season, and that's what you get for making sure you take your time on every job. So I'm done. Like I said, 260, 4.5 hours. You guys can do the breakdown. I'm too tired. I ended up getting my second customer to reschedule, so it was just a headlight restoration. I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I'll be in the area for other jobs, so he was cool with that. And yeah, so I'm headed home, about to get some stuff done the rest of the day, probably edit this video, so hopefully you guys will be seeing it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are still here after me being gone for so long, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And that's about it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.